Hey, welcome to Night Combos. It's Lovey here. So, Gypsy is on this, well, not new, but she's on this kick again of, quote, I'm going to try and play the victim card and sympathy card and hope that it works. Oh, and I'll also play advocate again, and hopefully one of them will work. Maybe she thinks if one doesn't work, the other one will. Who knows with Gypsy? We're going to look at a few clips and pics and talk about it. Real quick though, from hubby and I both, thank you so much to our channel members. We truly appreciate all of you so much. We appreciate you joining our channel and supporting it and helping our channel so much. We honestly do. And thank you so very much to all of our subscribers. Without all of you, we wouldn't have the family that we have here on this channel that we are so grateful to have. And we honestly do love and appreciate every single one of you so very much. And one other thing, we got a super thanks on our last video. And sorry that hubby isn't here to also say thank you, because he wanted to, but it's from hubby and I both. Thank you so much to Lisa Evans for the super thanks on our last video. Thank you so much for that. It means so very much to us personally and the channel as well. It truly does. So thank you for that. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, sharing, hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. And please leave your thoughts and opinions about everything that we're about to go over and talk about in the comment section down below. And we'll be conversating with you like always. And we would greatly appreciate it so much. Okay, so we're going to go back in time for a minute. While at SFSU, San Francisco State University, Gypsy didn't say anything about also being an advocate for abuse victims. Wonder why? This would have been a great opportunity to bring that up. Although, she did say it a couple of days later at the airport while talking with TMZ. Instead, she says she's an advocate for prison reform while at SFSU. Yes, that's what it was about. But when she was asked about what she's planning to do and those types of questions, it would have been a great opportunity to bring up the fact that she's also an advocate for abuse victims. Except that's not a fact and never has been. So, if you remember a year ago, Gypsy, who we now know for sure was leaking information to TMZ the whole entire time, she told Ken she wanted to get to the airport 3 hours early for their flight back home to look for a chocolate frog from Harry Potter, and was told by Ken they were just at Universal Studios the day before and she didn't want one then. Really, she was probably hoping to get recognized by fans, which she didn't. Ken's old barber actually ran into them, and that's it. We actually have the entire live from them being at the airport and Kenny Boy getting irritated with her, posted on our channel with the comments if any of you want to watch it. Take a look at this shorter clip we started to post the other day, but saved it because it went with what we're talking about tonight. Hey, and welcome to a Night Combos short. If you're not already, please consider subscribing, and we would greatly appreciate it so very much. Remember in October of last year, Gypsy Rose Blanchard was calling TMZ like we now know she was doing the entire time to leak info and where she was and would be at different times. TMZ caught up with her at the airport in California to ask her about one of the biggest cases at the time, which was the Menendez brothers case. After just speaking at SFSU, San Francisco State University, about prison reform, education, and advocating for positive change in the justice system during a panel titled Thin Line Between Victim and Victimizer at the Project Rebound Mural Celebration, with the event also featuring prisoner monologues, amongst other things, and its theme was love, expression, and interpretations of justice, with Gypsy's talk focusing on the experiences of people in the incarceration system. Gypsy had no clue how to answer their questions. Take a look.
Good. You're glowing. It looks good. It looks really good on you.
Thank you.
One of the biggest stories in the world right now. The Menendez brothers. Have you been following that at all, or?
Not a whole lot. I'm not very educated in their case or anything.
So they went to prison for murdering their parents, and nobody denies that they did it, but it's coming out, and it's pretty credible. A lot of people feel that they were abused by their parents. So now the DA is reviewing their case, and they're possibly going to get released. And I kind of wanted your opinion on that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I really can't speak on the specifics of that case. I'm not really educated in that case. But I will say that I'm an advocate for abuse victims in general, and I'm all about prison reform.
So if that happened, though, if their parents did abuse them, I mean, do you support their release, you think?
Well, I don't think either of us are educated enough on the subject to really give it a great.
Sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with Ken. I think that, if their case is being reviewed, then, hopefully something can be done. I think that, abuse victims need to be advocated for more.
Yeah. Kim Kardashian actually supported that, and she defended that, and, she's supporting their release. But she's gotten some serious pushback, You don't think that's fair at all? And
I mean, Kim is
hard to say.
Woman. Kim is a wise woman.
She is.
She makes good decisions.
She is.
In her prison reform era. I think she's doing good in that era.
After declaring herself an advocate for abuse victims, we now know she didn't have any knowledge about cases involving abuse victims, nor has she ever advocated for any abuse victims. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below. Just like all the other advocacy work that she has claimed, her being an advocate for abuse victims wasn't true then, and neither is it true now. So that didn't work out for her too well, but here we are, stuck on rinse, recycle, and repeat. Now she's trying to, quote, advocate for other women and not body shaming people, which, Gypsy, calling you out for using a filter when you say that you haven't used any filters, or calling you out for photoshopping your pictures when you're trying to say you have not photoshopped any of your pictures, is not body shaming you or anyone else. You're claiming something that's a lie, and you're being called out for it. Do you ever notice that Gypsy only ever wants to, quote, advocate for things that she claims are being done to her, even though these things are not being done to her, and instead she is doing these things to others? Let us know what you think. Also, Gypsy, please, for goodness sakes, understand that your victim card has been declined. Declined, meaning not accepted. You, Gypsy Rose Alcida Blanchard, are the type of person that makes it hard for real victims to stand up and have a voice and report things that have been done to them and have the courage to do it. You are almost like a slap in the face to real victims. Just like the before and after picture I just showed you, here's one from the other day where someone took a picture of her in the store. Then she went home and posted this picture saying it was not photoshopped or not edited at all in any way. I am not being mean by saying what I'm about to say or making fun of anyone or anything like that at all. Okay? Women have breasts, boobs, whatever you want to say, of all sizes. Okay? none are better than the others, okay? I'm just saying. But Gypsy has a flatter chest. But she has always said she's all butt and chest, like butt and boobs. That she's all butt and boobs with an hourglass figure. So if you ever notice, when she's photoshopping and editing her pictures, she always makes herself look that way. We all know the truth about you. Do you get it, Gypsy? No one with a brain falls for your, quote, poor pitiful me act anymore. There is way too much evidence proving otherwise. Anyway, she moved from claiming to be an advocate for other prisoners' release that she deemed had unfair sentences, yet she only done this once with her prison friend Amelia Bird, who did the same crime as Gypsy. Then it was prison reform when she got paid to speak at SFSU, San Francisco State University. After that, she decided she would be an advocate for abuse to an anti-bullying advocate, none of which lasts longer than what? Maybe a day? Seriously. Take a look at this clip. Okay, so we're jumping back in time again for just a second to when Gypsy was still married to Ryan and had recently gotten released from prison. And she did this video right here. But think about that, how long ago that was. Back in December of 2023.
My name is Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and I would like to introduce you to one of my very good friends. This is Amelia Bird. She was only 16 years old when she was arrested with her then boyfriend in connection with her crime. And with no other evidence stacked against her except for the testimony of the then boyfriend, Amelia is now serving 2 life sentences ran consecutive at the Chillicothe Correctional Center for Women in Missouri. If you would like to learn more about her story, please continue to watch. In January of 2006, authorities arrived at the home of Christina Bird, William Bird, and Amelia Bird, where they found Christina Bird had been fatally shot and William Bird had been seriously wounded. Amelia Bird and her then boyfriend, Chad Brentley, was both taken into custody and questioned for the crime. While Amelia maintained her innocence in claiming that she had absolutely no idea that her then boyfriend was going to commit this crime, Chad Brentley, however, pointed the finger at Amelia and claimed that she is the one that asked him to commit the crime. So essentially what we have is a situation that boyfriend breaks into girlfriend's parents' home, commits an act of violence against girlfriend's parents, and so authorities start to wonder what could be a possible motive for this. And as they are going through the case, and as Amelia and Chad are awaiting trial, it starts to develop that there seems to be a situation of abuse going on in the home, with Amelia's father abusing Amelia. So authorities begin to kind of piece things together, and so Chad fully relies on this story that Amelia asked him to commit this act in order to get Amelia away from her parents. While Chad is awaiting trial, prosecutors are beginning to push heavily on Amelia to accept a plea bargain to second-degree homicide that comes with a prison term of 2 life sentences ran consecutive. So what consecutive means is you have to complete the first amount of years before the second amount of years could be fulfilled. And so life is calculated in the state of Missouri at 30 years. So essentially she took a plea bargain to 60 years in prison. And they were able to push that on her because the prosecution told Amelia that if she didn't accept the plea bargain, they were going to seek the death penalty in this case. And it is actually not legal to seek the death penalty on a juvenile, which, keep in mind, she was only 16 years old when this case happened. And her co-defendant is still awaiting trial at this point. Amelia, now having spent roughly 2 years in county jail awaiting her trial, accepts the prosecution's deal to second-degree homicide, which carries a prison term up to 30 years imprisonment, and they actually sentenced her to 2 life sentences, so 60 years, while Chad pled out to 4 life sentences without the possibility of parole. Keeping in mind there was no evidence against Amelia other than Chad's testimony against Amelia that she is the reason why he committed the crime. Amelia Bird is now 34 years old and is currently serving her sentence at the Missouri Department of Corrections in Chillicothe, Missouri. That's where she and I actually became roommates and very good friends. Amelia has participated in many programs at the Chillicothe Correctional Center for Women, including the Puppies for Parole program and CHAMP, which teaches dogs how to care for people with special needs and be therapy dogs. And it also teaches basic behavioral training, so she is a certified dog trainer. And these dogs also come from rescue shelters, so it gives them a second chance at starting a new life as well. So why am I sharing Amelia's story with you? It is because she, like so many incarcerated individuals, have a voice that is silenced by stone walls and a story not yet fully told. Unfortunately, since I am under parole supervision, I can't communicate with Amelia at this time. However, that doesn't make me any less her friend or advocate for her freedom any less. If you believe in her freedom and her cause, please write the Missouri governor on her behalf. And if you would like to communicate with Amelia herself, write her through Securus Technologies. I'll have all of that information below this video. Thank you.
Now, during this time, Gypsy called herself an advocate for other prisoners, but this is the only thing, the one and only thing she's ever done for her so-called friend, Amelia Bird, who does not even want to speak to Gypsy anymore. If you want us to look into her case or do videos on her case or dig into her case more and talk more about it, then we will. Just let us know and we'd be happy to, because we've done it on our own anyway. So we'd be happy to do videos on Amelia Bird as well. Now, I'm not getting into all the details and all of that at this moment, but I will say she kept talking about how Amelia Bird was only 16 when she was charged with unaliving, And in the state of Missouri, you can't charge someone with, or you can charge someone with unaliving, of course, but you can't give them a life sentence as a juvenile, but you actually can. And a 16-year-old in Missouri can be given a life sentence for first-degree unaliving, but it is no longer mandatory sentence for them and requires a specific judicial finding that the sentence is just and appropriate. Back to what we were talking about though. With Gypsy, it's always rinse, recycle, repeat. Rinse, recycle, and repeat. Do you agree? I mean, Gypsy, girly pop, go to school. Get certified in something or do something to get some real life experience in the actual work field and world for that matter. And by the way, the clip that's playing now and that I just played for you about Amelia Bird was posted on the TikTok channel Warrior. If you are on TikTok, then you can go and check them out. I bet some of these prisoners behind bars wish they could get some real life experience, real world experience, be able to go and travel like you have, Gypsy, be able to go to school and get certified in things like that, and certified in all kinds of different things. I bet they would love the opportunity and they wouldn't waste it and just throw it away. You're not too famous to do this, Gypsy. You literally have people who blindly follow you and don't know anything about who you are. You've proven you can go out anywhere you want to, and people do not come up to you swarming you. Oh my goodness, what? A couple of people have come up to you, and it's always at the mall. Come to think of it, isn't that kind of odd when you think about it? No one ever comes up to her except when she's at the mall, and it's only like one person, maybe two, like here in this picture. But you see this girl in the green shirt standing behind Gypsy and these two girls she's taking this picture with? That girl don't care who Gypsy is. She's literally looking for something, looking for a store or something like that. She's got her head turned to the side like, let me get the heck out of Dodge. Now, Gypsy's tried out, quote, being an advocate for not body shaming others ever since her picture got taken at the store the other day. Well, Gypsy, have you ever heard the saying, practice what you preach? You and your minions sit on panels bullying people and talking about people and the way they look all the time. You sit there laughing about it every time. You go out to eat places, you go and sing karaoke, you go to bars, this, that, and the other, and no one at all comes up to you. Matter of fact, you and your minions actually sit there and video other people. And like several of you mentioned in one of our previous videos, she got out of prison and wanted to go to the Waffle House. The Waffle House, y'all, the exact restaurant that she went to right after unaliving her mom with Nick. Because remember, she said she drank the chocolate milk and it came back up because she drank it too fast or something. But while she was at the Waffle House, she was videoing some woman there. And she's done that since with her minions. You know that your targeted audience is teens and young adults. So why don't you practice what you preach and let women, especially teens and young adults, know their bodies are beautiful the way they are. It's fun to promote a healthy lifestyle. Just don't be out here trying to play doctor, Gypsy. We know you'll try to do that. Other than that, stop. Can you hear me, Gypsy? Stop with all the filters, the photoshopping, all of it. Stop doing all these things like this. Okay, jumping over here to TikTok, take a look at this clip. It was posted by Princess Layher 95. Let me get this lined up here.
So, if we're talking about bodies, I love that song. Okay? Let me make a point to you. Bodies, okay, and bellies that look like, okay, this, okay? I'm no size 2. I'm not flat, okay? Fold it a little. Okay. See my feeding tube scar? See? Okay. Now look. Okay, it's all about angles. Okay, it's all about angles. Okay, is this at all Photoshop? Now if I do this, which is what I was doing in the picture. Yeah. Everybody get good look at my belly? Yeah, it's not flat. No, I had a baby. Yeah. Yeah, you see these? These are my ribs. Okay? Okay? But it's all about angles. So if you want to look thinner in your pictures, so when you're doing pictures, put your leg out like that, okay? Arch your back a little bit, okay? And then you take your picture. Always take it from above. It'll make your chin and everything look thinner, okay? Okay? But when you slouch, everything crumples. Okay? So, if we're talking...
I'm sorry. Y'all, when hubby and I seen this, that got on his nerves so bad. Like, who is this? Who is this? Sitting there going on and on, saying, okay, 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 okay. Who is this? You are not some California Valley girl, Gypsy. Like, stop. Just stop it. And then she's going to turn and say, no, if I do like this, of course it's going to, make me look slouched. It's going to make me look like I have a belly. Okay? That right there, what she's doing right now. And she says, which I was doing in the store the other day. No, Gypsy, you weren't standing up on your tiptoes, poking out your chest, while just, letting your shoulders fall forward, showing your stomach, okay? You're poking your chest out here, okay? Okay? Okay. If y'all could only see hubby's face when we seen this video the other day, it annoyed him so bad. Did you see what hubby and I saw when we watched this the first time, though? Look at this ridiculous filter she had on her face that she's trying to pass off as real. Also, in the video, when you notice it kind of fade to the next, scene or to the next, clip or whatever, when you see it fade for a second, and she comes back, those are edits. Not very good ones either. See how it just faded? You wouldn't see those. You shouldn't see those when editing videos. Those are not very good edits, but you can tell that it's being edited. The video is being cut, something is being edited out and added in, or just simply edited out. But that's where she's editing. You can literally see the filter slip off her face as she moves and when she turns sideways. Remember, she said in several videos and lives to look at the bottom of the screen, saying, if I had a filter on it, it would be down there in yellow. No, Gypsy, not necessarily. Not when you're doing a live. We know you have those moles on your chin and face. And no, I'm not trying to be mean either. We just know that you have moles on your face and 2 moles on your chin. What? When you're filming, they just disappear magically for no reason? No, sorry, I don't think so, Jippadoodle. Stop making girls feel like they have to do stuff like this all the time. If you're using a filter, just say, yes, I use filters. Stop lying about it. Now, this is a screenshot I took the other day while we were watching that video clip over on TikTok. Now, when we zoom in on it, you can really see the filter here. Okay? Like, that is so annoying. It really is. It's like one of those things that's so annoying that you keep saying it and it irritates yourself. It's like that. Anyway, you can see the filter here on her face. When have her lips ever been that full? When has her nose ever been that skinny? Seriously, I'm not being mean. I'm seriously asking. How about you, Gypsy? Stop telling and showing women they need to use all these cover-ups and filters, the right lighting and angles and photoshopping tools and all that mess to take a picture, or they need to take it 50 times to get the perfect picture. Which, by the way, didn't you steal that whole story from your sister Mia? Yeah, I believe you did. Heck, even your BFF Bree called you out on it while you were on a live with her. Let's see, shall we?
Okay, Okay, so I'm gonna share some facts with y'all so we can stop making assumptions. Okay, number one, I love my family. Okay, I love my family. I don't always agree with everything, but I love my family. Number two, my lips are very natural. Very blessed. I know. These big, voluptuous, juicy lips. I know. They're just so great. They're beautiful. They're full. They're real. Shocker, huh? Number three, bodies that look like this also look like this. You see how the bed is still, distorted? That's because it's a cushion. And cushions do that when there's a pattern on them and you're putting pressure. Things move. It's all about angles and it's all about lighting. What I did with my pictures was I made them brighter. I put a little more saturation to make colors pop, okay? It's all about angles and lighting, really. I took over 50 pictures just to have those 4 to post. I'm 24 years old and the only thing that I had done was my nose and my chin, okay? And those are still not perfect, but the amount of bullying that I'm seeing is actually, it blows my mind that people sit on their phone or, no telling what these people look like, okay? And just hate on other women's insecurities and bodies and post it. I like to think that I'm a nice human being. Okay, I say it how it is, but I'm not a mean person. I'm not gonna, comment something like that. And the fact that people do this is actually disgusting, okay? I have to remember that not everybody is like me, and that is the hard truth. I felt good in that post. I felt confident, okay? I wasn't smiling in it. I was blinded. Didn't love my face in it. But I felt good in that post. And just to see the comments that I have seen, it sucks, okay? All I can really do for people that speak to other people that way or make comments like that or do the things that they do just in general is pray for them, because I pray that you never feel that way, and I pray that your children never feel that way, your daughters, your sisters. You have to answer to God one day for the things that you do. Just remember that. I don't know if this is the 4th or the 5th, but I have nails. I wear gloves at work. I'm not shoving my fingers in somebody's hoo-ha with no gloves. I don't know where y'all go to the hospital. I don't know what y'all do. And if people are touching y'all and doing things on y'all without gloves, that's just gross, okay? I don't do that. I wear gloves. So therefore, I have my nails. And that is all. I hope y'all have a better Monday than I did.
Now, Mia only did this video because so many people were telling her she had gotten a bunch of work done to her body, which she just lives a healthy, active lifestyle. Also, she's 10 years younger than Gypsy. She doesn't keep her nose buried in the phone on social media 24/7. That makes a big difference, Gypsy. But didn't Gypsy sound and act just like Mia in the video she did months after Mia did this video? Gypsy sounded and acted exactly like Mia did in her video months before. She was even saying the same exact things, almost to a T. There's nothing wrong with getting some work done as long as you're doing it for you and no one else. Just your self-confidence. I hope you know what I'm saying and understand that I'm not trying to shame anyone at all if they've had work done or not. Do whatever makes you feel good in your own skin. But you heard Mia say she'll change the brightness of her pictures, the colors, the saturation, things like that, to try to get good pictures that she feels good about, that she wants to post. Not doing all of these other things that Gypsy was saying. Gypsy was saying it's only about angles and lighting and taking 50 pictures. And I'm not saying anyone has to speak out about anything they've had done either, if they don't want to. But if you're going to claim you're advocating for and acting like you're advocating for body shaming, then yes, you may have to say, I got my nose done because it made me feel self-conscious. And I'm talking about Gypsy here. I did it for myself, and now I feel better about myself. Does that make sense? Y'all let us know in the comments. In my opinion, and let us know yours as well, but I feel like what you don't do is use all these filters, Gypsy, and act like it's really you and tell people you're not using filters or photoshopping your pictures when you really are. Just stop doing that. You are the one that ends up making women, mainly teens and young girls, feel uncomfortable in their own skin and making them feel like they need to look perfect at all times, which is not a real expectation and can lead down a dangerous path with eating disorders and things like that, sadly. In turn, you end up being the one who is actually body shaming people, Gypsy, and making them feel ashamed of their bodies they have because they can't fix something about it or whatever the situation may be. Side note real quick, there is going to be a part 2 of this video we're doing now. This rinse, recycle, and repeat thing Gypsy is trying to do. It's all she has left anymore with all her medical records, the FOIAs, and emails, and so much other information that has come out about her. She is trying to gain sympathy again by using this quote, I was sick, but barely ever sick at all, and it's all my mom and content creators' fault that my story has been changed. Now here Gypsy is trying to recycle and repeat her story of I really was medically abused. So we're going to be posting a part 2 to this video later this evening or tomorrow. Just make sure you're subscribed and have your notifications turned on so you don't miss it. We use her medical information against what she's tried to claim before and what she's trying to do again now. We will also put the links to both videos that we did about 7 months ago at the top of the description box of this video so that you can watch them in their entirety, because we won't be showing all of them in part 2 of this video, if that makes sense. Rinse, recycle, and repeat. Since Gypsy has brought the topic up again, I promise they're very interesting and you will want to watch them if you haven't already. But we will be talking about certain pieces in each of these videos in part 2 of Rinse, Recycle, and Repeat. Back to this, let me blame everything on my mom and content creators. No, Gypsy. No. Just no. You don't get to do that. It's just that we have always told the truth and facts that you didn't want out, because it didn't go with the narrative you were trying to spin in the media, instead of playing into your story and spreading the false narrative and lies that you wanted spread. So don't blame us, your mom, or anyone else. We know you listen too, Gypsy. you've been on our channel so many times in the comment section. Look in the mirror and take responsibility and accountability for what you do and say and lie about. This is the type of thing we mean when we all say, take accountability, Gypsy. Okay, sorry this one ran a little bit long, but hopefully you still enjoyed it nonetheless. And don't forget to let us know what you think about everything that we went over. We definitely will be conversating with you in the comment section down below. And let us know what you think about Gypsy playing the victim card and sympathy card again. And also trying to be an advocate for body shaming and other things again. This whole rinse, recycle, and repeat. What are your thoughts on it? Let us know. Thank you so much to our channel members. We are truly so grateful for every single one of you. We honestly are. And we love and appreciate all of our subscribers. Thank you so much for being a part of our family and channel here. We wouldn't have this family without all of you. So thank you. We truly are so grateful for every single one of you. It really does humble us even more every time we see how much the channel has grown and how much y'all have been a part of helping us do that. So thank you so much to all of you for that. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, sharing, hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, all of the things, and we would truly appreciate it so much. And I meant to say this at the beginning, but thank you so much for the hypes. We can see when you hype our videos, and we truly appreciate it so much. We see that for some people, it's not an option. It's not giving you the option. It could be that you may have used your 3 hypes for the week. You get 3 hypes a week that you can use on the same channel or different channels, just whatever. You can use it on any videos you want to. You can hype all the way up to 3 times a week, and then it'll refresh the next week. But Javi and I have also noticed watching other people's videos on YouTube that we don't have the option at all to hype sometimes. So it's probably just a YouTube glitch or something. But we still appreciate the thought anyway. We honestly do. Always remember, the best is yet to come. And we'll see you in the next one. And we hope you have a good night and God bless. Bye.